There we go. That should be good. Oh yeah, Taylor already started streaming. Shit. Hi, chat. How you doing today? Back with some very nice. Brain cells are returning again. One sec. Brain cells. Remembering what I was doing again. Should this even be in here? One second, chat. I need to deal with something. I think this was not supposed to be there. Can't believe I'm doing this already. Okay, now it's working perfectly fine. My bad. Oh, we're good. Anyways, chat, how you doing today? We're playing some Ace Attorney. Yay, again. I've been waiting for this shit. I've been containing myself so long to stream this. But finally, I can just go ham. Gonna have to be a little careful in half an hour with the voices I do, but with how loud I do my voices. Because people are working nearby. But after half an hour, we should be good. But technically, as long as I contain myself enough, I can still technically do the voices and maybe not annoy my mom and the people that are working. Hopefully. We hope. Cross your finger. Either way, did she literally forget to... God damn it. One second. Wait, where's the... What? Oh. This time I got the water bottle. Up the bottle here, bro. She only turned off the box, not so much the TV itself. It was annoying me on the side. It distracts me like crazy. Okay, I'm giving it like 2 more minutes before we proper start, just to see if more people arrive. Until then, we just chill, calm down, calm myself down from my excitement level, from my enthusiasm right now. Calm my enthusiasm a bit as well, and we chill, wait a little bit, and see who arrives. If anyone arrives at this point, which would be great, but either way, if they don't right now it's fine. And then we start, and yeah, we just go from there. I'm still excited for this. I am so fucking excited for this shit. I love this game. I want to play it. Come on. I think I found the way to do streams. Play games I played for the first time. Because I think that's the most exciting. And the most entertaining for me, and probably for you. Games that I already played is like, it's fun for me, but maybe not so fun for people that are at home. Like, yeah, you're not discovering at the same time. Or seeing someone that's discovering a game for the first time. Depends on how you think about it. But hey, either way, depends. Details, details. We're almost 45. I'm basically just counting the seconds here. I want to start. Say 45 for fuck's sake. Thank you. Okay, now let's go. Literally, it's like someone's gonna be like, "Why did you just start immediately if you're that excited and like, just let me." Okay. I want to give 5 minutes. Okay, I wanted to give proper 5 minutes for people to come around. Okay. Okay, I don't remember if I read this line last time, but just in case, we've done it, Mr. Naruhodo. We've won. We've won. Woohoo! Fuck yeah. But, oh yeah, we had finally turned them around. Let's see if I remember their voice. What are you playing at, you danny fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. We had a consensus. I said shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head. Please tell me he's a barber. Seriously, please do tell me he's a barber. Well, it is quite a remarkable turn of events. The official summation exam has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate. And the trial must continue. Oh, that is now. Okay, so we don't need to get all of them back. You only need 4. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses return to their places. Now call upon all of you to continue to pursue the I'm gonna have to get used to the voices again. Trying to remember them in my head, but I think I'm doing a good job at remembering the voices at this point. So, Lord Van Ziek, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, please. Oh god, I had to do such a deep voice for this. Fuck. Me. Sounds good, huh? What? Did he just... What the fuck? Did he just cringe the chalice? Wait. He just crushed the chalice in his hand. What the fuck? Man, how much does that cost? Seriously, that did not seem like an inexpensive chalice. That looked like an expensive one. My man, please, no. Don't do God. Oh boy. Okay, back to Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hollow chalice, in my sin crust crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discrepancy. Lord Van Ziek. Is it cold in here, or is it just me? As your antiquated home no doubt says, prosecution may not speak during a summation examination. So I honor the deaf silence and listen to this. I think I need this closer to me for this, by the way. This. Just in case. Okay. There we go. It seems I overestimated. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Well, no. Well, still trying to get it back. Well, no matter. There is nothing to So hard to prove as self-evident truth, it would seem. No, no. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence, after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle. Oh! Oh! Cape's off! Trying to put this properly. I think this is good enough. Like this. La 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 la. Checking. Yep. This. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. One more time. Bring forth. Much. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Witnesses. I trust you heard the submission exam we have just had to endure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That I did, sir.
Of course I heard it.
Oh, yes, sir. I heard it. Oh, yes, sir. I heard it.
You, sir, on the end, the coachman, I believe it's Apple. I believe it's... Oh, you, sir, on the end, the coachman. I believe it's Apple.
Yes, sir. My lord, sir.
I killed the ninth sister, also fucking giant bat. Congratulations and my condolences. Welcome to Easter. Also, hi, Raphael. How you doing? Trying to remember all the voices now is a bit of a pain. It's been a bit. If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir. Except, well, got our homework to do later, but oh well. My condolences. Oh, good, man. Well, I hope you enjoy what you can out of this. Either way, you get the VOD after this, so worst case scenario, you got that. If you want.
Oh mio Dio. Oh mio Dio.
Now then, witnesses. I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination. Yep. Witness testimony. Fuck yeah. Perjury is basically lying in court. Yes, that is what perjury is. It's lying in court. Under oath, you lied in court, basically. Is this still the same case? Yes. We're still keeping on going with the same case. We're still on the third case. Man, it's been a while, man. It's not like... It's been a bit now. Again, between New Year's and me being sick, goddamn. Plus FGO yesterday. I have not had the time, unfortunately. New Year's, I was busy whole New Year's. Give me a break. But yeah. I think I only took one day off break, and that's about it. Technically. Okay, now to recover the voices again. I only could get ready for 4 passages that night. I swear it, but, Well, I for one was told to pay 5 pence for the bus. He feels unfair, he did. And then I saw that blood-curdling sign as well. It's all too much. I tell you, I saw McGillis stabbing the man. Everything I said before stands.
Oh yes, yes, he's stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so. Yes.
He thinks so. It's not very assured, is he? Counsel, make sense of this for me, please. The Phantom's 5th passenger, conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend, sister. I think the voice is not quite right. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cousin. Yeah, I think this is the tone. That's the tone. Bimpo, explain yourself.
I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
That's not correct either.
I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board, you know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare?
It's so cold. Last run of the day is always half empty.
You have been dishonest. You have been dishonest, coachman. Coachman.
I'm sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild.
If I may, sir, I had to pay 10 pence on a buzz just last week.
What?
4 passengers at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the result come out differently.
No, that figures. I mean, it's actual math, girl. Like, obviously it won't change if you... So basically, you just went insane for 5 seconds. Susato just went insane for 5 seconds because she tried to repeat the same thing, expecting a different result every time. Well, it would appear... Well, it would appear that one of the information misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please. We've already had the displeasure of a protracted summation examination. Eh? I see you intend to continue the parley. Absolutely. Yep, we're keeping fucking harder than Zeke's. Yeah, I mean, he already crushed chalices in his hand. I'm like, I don't think you can go much further than that. Hey, I only carried 4 pence that way, I swear. Let's hear it. So, there were only 4 passengers on your carriage, but you didn't charge them the standard 4 pence fare. Is that right? Can't wait for Ancient One Karma to appear. What the fuck? Well, that's gonna be interesting if there's an Ancient One Karma. Oh boy.
It's impossible to make the restaurant of the day pay. I was so cold. It was all I could do to stop myself from passing out.
I'm getting chillblains just listening to you.
It was terrible, so I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for even keeping the buzz running. Doesn't the dedicated coachman deserve an extra penny per passenger?
You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. If only there had been a 5th passenger on the omnibus that night. Then we would have had another suspect. I don't remember. 1 second, I have to check something. Because I do remember... Oh my fucking god. I do remember one thing just now, because someone told me to keep... Who was it? Someone told me to keep checking the omnibus over the course of the thing. Also, it's been a bit, so... Okay, it seems everything's normal. Not gonna do this too many more times, but just in case... I don't see anything different from last time, if my memory serves. Okay, just to make sure. It also serves to acclimate my mind. Then we would have had another suspect. And Zeeks is very quiet today. Well, I for one was told the press. Hold it! Good old Ace Attorney School of Press everything. Gotta love it. Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pence instead of 4?
Well, I... Oh boy, what was his voice? Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir. Too, sir.
And I just told you that I did.
A flat pair of 5 pence across the board.
It's not something to be proud of. The so-called... too early. The so-called discrepancy my learned friend identified was nothing of the sort. Much like the phantom killer you so desperately needed, it's gone. Dead and buried. I'd have been happy if it had ever existed in the first place.
If it was on a ferry dead, and then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well, it's all too much.
Hold it!
I'm trying to remember his voice properly. This blood-curdling side, you mean the murder, I presume?
Yes, sir.
A loathsome sight. No one... a loathsome sight. No one should have witnessed the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken.
Well, not exactly, sir. I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed.
Wait, what? That's very important. Good gracious. Good gracious. Really? Really? We have another witness who did. However. The banker has already testified to it. But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant.
I heard the banker get gent next to me take a sharp intake of breath, see? That's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw that horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating.
Jesus, my man, you need an iron stomach, or like, actual like, being fair, that's not being someone who's ever seen something like that, I guess. I don't know if that could technically cause trauma, but I'm like, calm down, man. You'll be fine after a while. Believe me. I hope, at least. I hope you'll be fine after a while. I tell you, I saw McGillen stabbing the man. Everything I said before stands.
Hold it!
Yes, I think this is the voice for them. So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGillen, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him. That's what I said. That's what I said, isn't it? He was monitoring me before this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question. Anyway, there was only the two of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? There's been much talk of a fifth passenger, but as yet, zero evidence. Then what are we wasting all this time for, huh? Black and white, this man is guilty. Something about Mr. Flatplay's testimony just jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was. So basically it's probably around there where the problem is. Let's see what Apple has to say. Earlier you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
Oh, yes, that's right.
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice-pick grip.
I suppose I might have, yes. Put the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this? What's this?
Well, I'm quite sure most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard the scream from the seats of the roof deck. Oh, thanks expect that was me, sir. And when I turned it around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor and the knife was sticking up out of his midriff. That's right, sir. The fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yes. So, in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all. I really thought that I did, but when I go over it again in my head, no, I suppose I did the thing actually. So see the ice moment of the stabbing that I. Oh, hello. Okay, what's going on here? Let's pursue. Let's see what fair play is going on here. You have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay? Now you listen to me. Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. You didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh? Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. But do you have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? No, that is very unlikely. Why would he be even looking that way specifically? Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of an omnibus, that is. Oh. Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker. I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as a Ballarat date. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you. Thank you, Mr. Fair. Thank you, Mr. Fairplay. Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord. I would like... Fuck, I always have a hard time going from one to the other. I would like to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what you exactly saw. Oh, I can do that, alright? I'll tell you just how grim it was. Okay. Do you think I'd forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man? That's a weird one. The blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man. I need a bit more information, but I think I know. Blood-soaked? Well, perhaps soaked is laying it on a little thick, but... But anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. And you saw that from the roof, through the skylight. Well, the skylight's reasonably large, so I had a pretty good view. There was a lamp inside the carriage as well. I'm quite sure of what I saw. The banker's latest statement. I feel sure there's something not quite right about it. When you feel something doesn't add up, Mr. Naruto, that's when you should have a good look for the court record. Yep. Not long ago, this trial very nearly came to an end. Somehow, we've managed to keep our chances alive here. I can't waste this cross-examination. I have to use it to bring out some new facts to light. You're not careful when you press these witnesses. The danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful as they did before. Maybe, but we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from uncovering important new information. Yes, you're so right. I need to pay careful attention here. I don't want to miss even a flicker of a reaction among these witnesses. Well, there's the hint. Remember, if you happen to find one of the witnesses reacting in a strange way, don't hesitate to pursue them as the reason. Yeah, we know. Okay, let's go back to that 6th bit. And there. You think it's stabbed blood soaked? I think it's this. It's not the best girl, huh? She's great. Until now, I have no complaints.
blood-soaked hands. I mean, he was wearing gloves, but is that? Wait. The gloves? I mean, they got blood on them, but I wouldn't say it's blood-soaked. What is the... Not actually sure. I'm gonna present the gloves, but I'm not sure. Okay, it is the gloves. Okay. Blood-soaked hand. I guess it's because he was using gloves, so... How did it get on his actual hands and stuff? So... I feel this is a bit pitiful, but oh well. Okay, let's see what this goes. Well, I admit that soaked might be laying it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. What? Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question. Oh, yes, right. And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark color stain here, there. But as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right hand glove. Yep. Why is it only on that? Ah! In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. Ah! But, no. That can't be right. Oh god, what was the voice on this? Oh boy. In short, shut the fuck up, you dumb boy. Yeah, exactly. What did I do with this voice? What was the voice here? And I gotta be a bit more careful with how loud I speak.
So you're the liar here then. You're the liar here.
Fuck, I did a better granny voice last time.
So you're the liar. So you're...
No.
Sweet little granny. Oh, sweet little granny. So you're the liar here then. So you're the liar here then.
Blech. I'll try on another line. Ah.
That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said, it was both hands.
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection!
He really bites on that thing. It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands, but it was only one. But the fact remains. Oh my god, the pose, the JoJo pose. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection!
God, the JoJo pose. No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated, I am Dio, yeah, exactly. Categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands. Which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. Why? I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate. Claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case?
Mr. Naruhodo, if you had some evidence to explain why Mr. Flame might be lying...
We do, by the way, because remember, he is in the debtor ledger of our defendant, who is our defendant of McGilded. He is in the defendant's debtor ledger. That's why.
It could turn the tide in this trial completely. Completely.
Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in this testimony. I have evidence. Check pulse. Yep. My lord? Yes, counsel. The defense is ready to present evidence. By Jove, are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony. Very well, very well, very well. I invite call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence then demonstrates the motive for the alleged deception of the court. We present the debtor's ledger, which has the name of Mr. Fairplay in it, Bruce Fairplay. This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded. Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion. The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused? No, well, it's barely worthy of being called a debt. that whole fucking staff is going to be beaten down to the end at this rate. According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say? Well, what of it? Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case? These documents state that a loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, be sentenced to capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled, which they would cease to exist.
Cease to exist?
Yep, Mr. Fairplay. Is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have been seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant. Order! Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Again, I'm not going as over the top with my Mr. Chokeplay. I'm not going as over the top with my volume because I can't right now. There's people working right now and I don't want to upset. Yes, my lord. My lord. Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim? Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony. Alright. Now let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did. Or state the truth. A pinch. But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on Mr. McGilded's hands. Both of them.
Objection.
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained. So you keep saying.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Furtz.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens.
Seeing what?
The blood, sir. On the assailant's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one.
What? What? That's two people were saying that he had blood on both hands. It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. I make myself perfectly clear. Yeah.
Mr. Naruhodo, this is good news. This is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last.
Yes. I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. To be fair, Van Zeeks is being very nice to us today. I don't think he has interjected that much. He actually lets you kind of do what you want, which is nice. Thank you. There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. I didn't actually see anything myself, no, not until I heard the scream.
Anyway, the fact remains. There can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen. Okay. The little bit is just fell to the side. Well, lo and behold, in truth, a fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment of the crime was perpetrated. I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. So I know what Timmy saw is false because only one of the gloves was blood. Fair play in the Ryan, no shit. Exactly. The problem is at this point we have two witnesses saying that he had both hands bloody, which is the issue here. We have more than one account of seeing the same thing. One could be coincidence, two, something is going on. That much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying we saw the man do it. That's really not what testimony is about. Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witness's accounts. In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel. Yes, my lord. Let's see. Cross-examination. There was blood on both hands of this side. I already read that. No. The evidence tells us otherwise. We have the glove the defendant was wearing on the night in question in the court record. I'm well aware of that, sir. But nevertheless, I know what I saw and I stand by it. The man had blood on both his hands. He's defiant, even in the face of hard evidence. He's steadfastly refusing to admit that he might be mistaken about what he saw. But why? Your reasoning is dire. Is dire. One hand or two. The salient point remains unchanged. Minutes after the grim crime, the victim's blood dripped guiltily from the accused's fingers. I did that terribly. 1 second. Let me redeem that one. Let me see back the one hand or two. The salient point remains unchanged. Minutes after the grim crime, the victim's blood dripped guiltily from the accused's fingers. Fuck, I still fucked that up. Ah. Oh, shit. Back. Didn't press this one.
Hold it!
Don't try to downplay this. Whether or not you saw the exact moment of the crime is a matter of fundamental importance, as well you know. But for crying out loud, we all know that no one else could have possibly have done it. I was just trying to save us all some time. You have a loan of 20 guineas outstanding with the defendant, do you not? And you hope to release yourself from that financial burden by ensuring the defendant was found guilty? That's not entirely not what I was hoping for. I just lost a little guinea or 10 when I backed the wrong horse in the derby, that's all. I was going to win it all back. There's a picture this week and that's a sure thing. Oh boy, that's what they always say. That is literally what they always say, but my man, that's not gonna go well. That never goes well. A little guinea or 10. I'm a banker. No one bats an eye if I borrow a little spending money for the weekend. Oh boy. What have you just admitted in court? I think you might have revealed rather more about your character than you bargained for, sir. This witness's scruples are not on trial. Proceed to the next witness. Nah, that's wrong. Today I'm not doing good, Benziks. Proceed to the next witness. But I think this is wrong as well, because, like, I think this is fine, but it's like, I feel like I'm repeating the judge from the Japanese courtroom. Like, that's the issue. I feel like I'm repeating the Japanese courtrooms, like, with... Maybe not. Maybe this is actually... Proceed to the next witness. Give him a Welsh accent. I'll always give you... Proceed to the next witness. I don't know how to do. I don't remember. Like, the only one I know how to, like, this is not the type of voice I can do a Welsh accent as well with. Like, I don't think I can. Is that really how it's supposed to work? Like, who was it? Oh, man. We'll just wing it. Fuck it. When we get there, we'll get there. Because I'm not thinking, besides MC and Susato and the judge, I'm doing some of them correctly that I think I remember being this way. Just Van Zeeks is the one I'm fucking up. I knew I was gonna have trouble with Van Zeeks. I already knew, but goddamn. I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. Ah, shit, I forgot to press. Hold it. You definitely saw that too? Blood on both hands. Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Mr. McGilded's gloves has any sign of blood on it. That's right. The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Mr. McGilded sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir. He wasn't wearing these gloves. That's correct, sir. And I saw the blood on both his bare hands quite clearly. It's true that the dark color stain on the dark gloves wouldn't have been easy to see. I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on the night in question Reported that there were no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands. Wait, what? There wasn't blood on his hands? This is puzzling indeed. This must be significant somehow, I'm sure of it. So there was no blood on his hands. It's getting weird. So the police officer actually... Let me just reread this. He wasn't wearing these gloves. Reported there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands. So this is weird. They saw it on his hands, but not?
Hold it!
This is getting weird. You didn't see anything.
Oh, yes, sir. That is to say, no, sir, I didn't. Very sorry about what I said before, sir. Very sorry, yes. It was very wrong of me to make up stories and to say I saw him stab the man. Well, do you agree, sir?
I know what you're insinuating, but I certainly wasn't making up stories. Still, just a second. Yeah, exactly. Which is still weird. Still, to say that you saw nothing isn't right either, is it?
No, sir. I saw nothing at all.
But yeah, it's really weird. This is getting a little weird with the glove thing. Mr. Beppo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you must have enjoyed the view of London streets, no? Oh, please. You didn't even see that?
It was so cool that you see. It was all I could do to keep from passing out, sir. Yes, my air was fairly frozen solid. Sorry to say, sir.
Jesus Christ. It would seem prudent. Oh, I think I got something. It would seem prudent to avoid travel on the last omnibus servant of London's cold winter nights. I think I'm going with that. Beppo! Beppo! Ah! Anyway, the fire remains. There can't have been anyone. Yeah. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got the Van Ziek's voice. I just have to remember it every time now. And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus. That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh, yes, I remembered I was shivering. It was so bitter. So bitter. It was so bitter.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place.
Well, I don't know about this young fellow.
I don't know. My bad. Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh, why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
It was locked?
That's right. And it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured at me to clear off. I had no choice but to climb up the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can assure you I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring, long and hard. And that's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else at all in that cabin, I would have noticed.
Long and hard, you say. Oh, god damn it.
Unequivocal, you say. You unequivocal, I would say. I'm getting there. Little by little, but if you glared so much, you should have seen it happen, yes. Yeah, exactly. Like, long and hard, except you didn't see the fucking moment where he got stabbed. It'd all be done and gone home by now. If you just saw the freaking proper moment. Also, congratulations to Aki, you got Calamity Jane. Holy shit. Good job, Aki. And Space Ishtar. Holy shit, Aki. What the fuck? Congrats, man. Oh, wait. One second. I'm not sure. Oh my god, I couldn't even... Could have really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight. I think we need to check the omnibus again. Because could they have seen it through the skylight? I'm gonna examine from above. Can see a lot. It seems so. What if we go inside? Yep. No, I think they could. I mean, technically not everything. I mean, if something was in here, like... Not technically everything. I mean, you couldn't see inside that one baggage place. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You're riding this omnibus. And witness the events in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck, is that right? That's right, sir. In that case... there is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you. What? My golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Enough hypothetical meandering, my Nipponese friends. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here, in the flesh. Very well, very well. I will uphold the prosecution's demand. I will uphold the prosecution's demand. You will identify the area on this cross-sectional plan of the omnibus. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting that this potential expression could have been situated? Well, it's a weird one because it's inside the seat here, right? Inside that compartment. That is the only other, like, here? Thing? Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel. Whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin... Oh, I guess it's in this case like the seat behind. Face each other. Which means... the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck... Okay, I guess I thought a little too far, but yeah, this makes sense, I guess. Well, they could maybe move to see the other side, you know. Which passenger on the roof deck can see through the skylight. Is as I've drawn here. Oh. That's right, my lord. As you can see, I wasn't technically wrong, just slightly. The seat opposite the one on which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. Ah! That is actually a fair assumption. It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. Inside the seat show is the Ace Attorney thing. Yeah, exactly. I guess I'm thinking too far ahead. Goddamn it, goddamn Ace Attorney. Sometimes. I concur with the prosecutor's rejoinder. In the British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, Count. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
Can you, Mr. Naruhodo?
I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seat, which is out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? Who the fuck could it have been? Don't have that many people. Is there like even a possibility of one of them being in the other seat? Like, okay, that's considering they saw, what do we know? They have seen Magnus McGilded and Price-fired Mason sitting next to each other, or supposedly next to each other. By one end, we understand they've seen them sitting next to each other, right? Either the rich dude or the white-haired guy. I mean, they all... yeah, I guess. That's the only things that could be, because it makes no sense these two, right? Because they both say they saw him. But Beppo is the one who was the coachman, so he had to be driving the bus. And these two have... it has to be one of them, I guess. The guy looks too promising compared to Miles. I mean, Miles was bad too in the beginning, but I am inclined to compare with Miles from Investigations. Good luck with that one. Any of the others doesn't really work. Two above, Beppo outside, Mason dead, Susato Lumao. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it has to be McGilded? It's so hard to say. I'm gonna regret this. I understand, my lord. Defense would like to put forward the name. I have no idea what I'm putting forward. You are a fool. The response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. A toast to hard lessons not yet learned. Let us not delay, counsel. The best still to name the passenger in the other seat. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus car... Give me a second. Okay. Can I... Shit, I should have taken the chance to check the omnibus. Fuck, I should have checked the omnibus before doing this. No! Fuck! Can I go back? I need to check the omnibus again. Fuck. Okay, wait. Where was the blood situated? Where was the blood situated? Where was the blood situated? Okay, give me a second. Brain cells, come on. Look at that campaign in court, how nice, yeah. Indeed. Oh god, ping, 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 ping. Yeah, he has like a bottle of wine just there, sitting, literally just drinking from it. Goddamn, man, presentation. Mwah. Anyways. Goddamn, ping, 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 brain. Was, okay, the word was on the side. Was, okay. The blood was on the side that didn't have the pull-up thing. Okay, so he was sitting on the side without that. So was Mr. Magnus McGilded sitting on the side that did not have blood, you know? Magnus? The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded. Mr. McGilded? What are you talking about, counsel? That's the name of the defendant. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. I can go there. What the fuck was that? He just... What? Just... Whee! Ding! Just fucking... Whoop. Just throws the chalice to the fucking gun. That's the second challenge is broken today. Second time today he's broken the challenge. And this first time he just... Boom! This time just... Yeet! Well, what do you want, Smash challenges? If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my owl chalice, do forgive my discourtesy. Lord Van Geeks. People talk of those tiny little nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly. What are you trying to say? Well, I guess I was right. Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand. When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It's the very premise of which the case is built.
Objection.
But that premise may be wrong. It's understandable, I suppose you're British. Yeah, plus let's not forget the time period in this case. Yeah, time period. Maybe you're wrong. What? If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way. One inconsistency, counsel. The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection.
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains.
Objection.
I don't want to miss my time about racism of British character. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we don't talk about it. The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Also, don't do this, people. Don't be racist. But again, this is more of a game of the time, based on that period of time, and in that period of time, as much as you might not like it, sorry, this happened. So deal with it. Even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Yes, their testimonies remain unchanged. Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on the passenger's hands, both of them. Hope I get Muramasa. Good luck, man. I hope you get him.
Objection.
Man's a drug. Oh boy, Van Zeeks, you and your voice is gonna be the death of me. And who was this third party? I do hope you get him, by the way. I really do. Obviously, the true culprit. Extraordinary. Order! 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 What exactly are you postulating?
Objection.
The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection.
But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Yes. Tops of their hats were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them. crossbow.
Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly had it. Hunters do tend to notice such things, sir.
What particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First?
I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter?
Mad Hatter? No, he's not. Hey, he actually might be. The style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
How can you be sure?
Because if there had been...
Wait, driver is killer? No, the driver was outside. At this point, it's pretty much guaranteed that the driver was not. This whole murder happened while en route, and pretty sure that the driver is basically accounted for at this point.
The accused Mr. McGilden would undoubtedly have offered to depose the fact.
No, that's too much.
The accused Mr. McGilden would have undoubtedly have offered to depose the fact.
God, it's still...
Unless, that is, you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled.
He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabinet of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilden would have been unaware of it.
Order! There is simply a simple solution to this problem. Bring the accused, Mr. McGilden, to the stand. To the stand? Well, what say you, counsel? The prosecution objects, my lord. On what grounds? As a suspect, you will have already made a full statement to the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Magnus McGilden is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act. Counsel for defense, what is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGillen to testify or not? Nah, we need this. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilden to the stand.
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Oh yes, I need a little time to consider this.
If you ask me, remembering this one. If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilden has to say. Get the man out of here, I say. Oh god, no, not this one again. It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony. I'm sorry, chat.
When something needs going, get it done. That's how I run things at the guild.
Hearing what the patron of my favorite little podcast is saying? Oh yes, that would be lovely. There we go, I got the granny voice back.
Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand. At once.
Well, here we go. Goddamn, we're getting more... Now we need the goddamn defendant again, because goddamn, this case is interesting until now. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear.
Let's hope so. This is a god. We're all confused as fuck right now. Let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day? Ah, pretty great case, yeah, until now.
To be sure I have, my lord.
I still remember this one, though. There are now 2 matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second, that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal the fact from the police?
God, no. 'Tis not in my nature to hide anything at all. Anything at all.
Just answer the questions, please. He's a rich guy, lies and slander.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you all, or keep my mouth shut? Me mouth shut.
Tell us what, Mr. McGilded? Oh boy.
The fine fella representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage on the night with myself and the other men, there was another passenger.
It's true.
Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened.
You... what? No. No. Magnus McGill. Magnus McGilded. That convenient excuse can save you now.
I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see.
What?
If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord.
And who was this young child of whom you speak?
Dad? I don't know.
You don't know?
Aye, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night, and never saw her before or since.
Objection!
We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness's statements to be disregarded by the court.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. The urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the procedures.
Oh? What? Oh! The fuck? Don't even ask me to voice act all of this shit. I can't even... What is going on? Don't even ask me to voice act that shit. I could not even tell what the fuck was going on in that one.
Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. Hardly weird, but it is a surprise. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. My god, holy shit, I can't see shit either. God damn. We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, trial was suspended. To be continued. God damn. Well, now someone shot something and the smoke grenade, some smoke happened. I think maybe a smoke grenade. Were smoke grenades a thing at this point in time? Or a fire started. I said a smoke grenade, but like, were smoke grenades even a thing in this time period? Just a second, I need to grab something. Find the child and find the color of the bricklayer. Constipated. What on earth just happened in there?
Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened.
Miss Sato.
I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade. A type of exploding device that releases smoke.
Okay, so it was a smoke grenade, huh? I was like, huh. Okay, I actually hit it correctly. I didn't know if they were a thing, but okay. What do you think ninjas use? Okay, fine. Fine, fair enough, you win. Jesus. I don't think they use one that fills the whole goddamn, you know, courtroom with smoke, though. A smoke grenade. Yeah, fair enough. I guess. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. Oh. Okay, fine, I lose. Jesus Christ. You win. Fine game, you win.
They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long.
But who would have done something like that?
The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently.
Flee the courtroom? Why?
Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear.
A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilda was just talking about?
My thoughts exactly.
Oh shit. One sec. So he wasn't lying. Oh, must be going Mr. McGilda actually. There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here.
I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions. Along with the young girl.
Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself?
There's another matter that's troubling me.
What's that?
The 20 pence.
Hmm? Oh,
According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exact. Now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers, which means the figures don't seem to add up again.
She's right. That is strange. Counsel on the defense. Counsel proceed into the courtroom. Trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away. Who is bribed, obviously. Yep.
Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now.
Either he was bribed or she was hiding? But how did she get in?
I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial.
We'll know soon enough, Mr. Sato.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I guess that's the new character. God, fucking kill me. Oh no, I'm fucked. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilda. Look. He must have been the one who caused the disturbance before. I am so fucked. Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGildet. Now then, Lord Van Zix. My lord. My lord? I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which failed proceedings, Harley. It seems that to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army. Good gracious, the army? What in the devil's name? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my court? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGildet.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why is it that this wee lass was here in the first place, and why she tried to pull like that? This is all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGildet. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman was involved in the case.
Van Zix is not even saying shit. What did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. You can say that again, we very much needed this information. 100%. The young girl. On the night in question, I took the backseat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then we got a but and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. That's information and a half, I guess, but...
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. From what I gather on the night in question, this young one was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
This is exactly as defense counts. This defense count. This lass was the 5th passenger. Third.
Very well. Very well. The Frenchman now cross-examine the witness. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. And Van Zix isn't exactly helping either, he just... He's got into his emo phase, he's not talking anymore, he's just like, Your emo phase has started for him. Okay, on the night in question, to the back seat in the army was properly nodded off. One sec. There we go. Hey. Oh, shit. Oh my god, Windows 10, please. And when you first got into the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were there? You were the first passenger, as it were, I see.
Aye, and that's why I took the backside as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is. Do you explain exactly what you mean by the backseat? By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. Just a second, fuck's sake.
The shit happened to Snap? What the fuck? Oh. Sorry, just very noticeable. Ugh. Woke up constipated.
Goddamn. Can't get one day without something about him, but. Then be gone. Oh, right. Also, Van Zeke's still saying nothing. A loud thud, you say? And a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed?
Well, now you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage, but the fellow on the floor.
You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream. Ah, from the sheets above you on the roof deck, I presume?
Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes.
Van Zix is still quiet.
Hold it!
You set him up. The victim, you mean?
That I did, on the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone.
Von Mute. Yeah, exactly. Change his name for Von Mute. That actually is a good try. That actually would be a good change to his name. Van Zix Von Mute.
I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you?
That's, tampering with evidence, technically.
'Tis common courtesy, so it is.
Actually, technically, I guess you didn't know he was dead until you got him up, I guess? But the moment you saw the wound, you should have left the body where it was. I find that a little hard to believe.
Not Van Zeke's. Now, why would that be?
You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cab. Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Well, now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business.
The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest.
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble.
Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there?
Heavens alive, no. I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had in mind to find out the whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
Yes, the scream he says he heard at the same time as the foot of the victim collapsing. Where did the scream come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? Okay. I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir, so I did. As far as you can see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Good gracious. Good gracious. Good gracious. Under your backside?
And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage. It's not horrible. We can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. Well, let's go check the omnibus. Uh-huh. Yeah, inside. In we go. Yeah, the scene of the murder. Wait a second. Okay. Wait a second. Huh? What? Huh? Huh? Whoa, first stop here. Wait. Huh? Wait, why? Whoa, stop. Okay. First off, I am 100% sure there was a lot of stuff in there. There was like half of this shit was like filled up to the brim with stuff. Probably from the carriage thing. I am 100% assured over half of it was filled up to the brim. This is a storage compartment, there's nothing in here, it's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. There were things in here before. And tell me if I'm wrong, chat, but the last time I checked the thing today. I don't remember there being blood on the floor. That's blood, isn't it?
Something wrong?
Oh, it's just, well, the spill stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Van Zix has made no mention of it.
I suppose that does seem a little strange.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? You could say that again, because I don't remember this being here either. Like, I remember there was like stuff inside there, and I don't remember this fucking pool of blood before. What the fuck happened? Did he? There might have been. Is there anything else weird? No, it's still called Phoenix Wright Omnibus. We're fine, chat. The Phoenix Wright, it's still the Phoenix Wright Omnibus. We're fine. But I think the omnibus was tampered with. I think something happened between when the smoke bomb went off. When the smoke bomb went off, I think the buzz was tampered with. Literally. What? Oh boy, this is not... Something is very bad about this case already.
That would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside.
Already did.
That's what I found her.
There was a child in there all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. You say she was hiding herself.
Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball when our eyes met well. Me heart nearly stopped beating me in my chest.
Ugh, you're really overacting this.
Still it all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I would have a wee chinwag with her.
The seat opposite.
That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there.
You sat with the young girl next to the corpse, sir.
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position could all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who the searching was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, a fella's voice this time.
Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you out again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, you might have seen this young girl and a gentleman with a knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not in fact see you at all, Mr. McGillicuddy. But they believe to be yourself and the victim was in fact that girl and the late Mr. Mason. Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone says now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight.
It is certainly plausible that Venom is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused perhaps with this young girl.
After that, of course. With a scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled the horses. Up the horses.
Thank you. I've heard enough. I've heard enough. The events I've explained are clear in my mind. However, this one conundrum remains. Who is the girl?
God, please don't let her say... Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. Runs across among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What? This girl here, a petty thief. A petty thief. A petty thief. A petty thief. Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade?
Oh, I am screwed.
Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question.
Oh god.
How dare you? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this?
Oh. What?
The girl, she's gone.
Open your eyes? Oh, I'm fucked. I am royally fucked now. Well, chat, I'm fucked. Well, that's it. Runs over. Bye-bye. Bye. Open your eyes. I'm over here. I will try, chat.
Good gracious, how...
What was the point in that little sidestep? I know what you... Oh boy. I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped on and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the gen. Go on. That's what's in your heads, ain't it? That's what's in your heads, ain't it?
No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the...
Well, we're thick-skinned, aren't we? Look. Knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eye, but I got pride in what I do. In what I do.
Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs.
Oh, this? Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, ain't it? I like the pink best.
Oh, do not wave that thing in my direction again. Just ours mine. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question.
It's alright, lass. You can tell them the truth now. Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman. It's just like the Irishman said.
court will accept this girl, Miss Jen Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
Jesus Christ, my voice. He's gonna die. Alright, alright. If I have to. Alright, if I have to.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
Alright, if I have to.
But the girl's up.
So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped up my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that, the swell found me. It did help me get away, mind.
Yes, he let you go. Fail to understand why you would get in the street urchin. Let the street urchin go, Mr. Gilded.
Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact.
How?
As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for.
Oh, my bad. I think a demonstration is called for.
This is where I sat last night. I was sad as.
And the cubbyhole in which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume. Right there, and there's a lot more space to sign, which makes no sense. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature.
Aye, but of course the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration.
Oh,
So you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself. The young life was ruined, and all the time I knew she was innocent.
even though you must have realized your action could result in your own innocence being called in question.
Not at all, my lord, not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman. What a perfect gentleman.
My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever adopting, sir.
Well, hey. Well, man, well, that went well. Hey, you actually got another no guilty. With calm, calculated reasoning, what arrives clearly at the truth every time. Oh. Oh. Well, that was fucking quick, wasn't it?
Saints alive. All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty.
Well, even I'm like, holy shit. Is there Naruhodo?
This...
Well, it must mean... It must mean what? They were victorious. They were victorious. We won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Ah, not yet.
I'm sorry. I was. We went from breaking doing this to being challenged to now literally just wait with the fucking. I can't. I can't. 1 second. Oh my. Oh. I think this is the most over the top literal slam of the fucking goddamn table I've actually seen until now. Oh god. Oh. Oh my god. I am dying here. I am actually dying. Oh my god. Oh holy shit. I'm actually crying. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but goddamn, like, I'm actually crying. I was not expecting that. I'm sorry, I was not expecting this. Oh my god, Venzix, you have the best goddamn out of nowhere, like, snaps. I am sorry. You officially, I'm pretty sure, just beat about any goddamn other Ace Attorney character in over the top silly without being bullshit. Just this might be the most goddamn over the top best goddamn slam of the freaking table. Oh, I actually need an actual moment of just whew. Oh my. Sorry, chat. I just need a moment there. I need an actual moment there. Holy shit, I was not expecting that. Not even fucking close. Oh my god. Oh, much better now. Whew. He delivered the Zabut. Now, next thing we know, he's gonna throw the chalice and Naruhodo or something. I don't fucking know anymore at this point. The next time I know, he's gonna fucking kick the goddamn witness in the face with the goddamn boot. For anyone that remembers the boot to head meme, the boot to the hem meme thing, like, you'll understand what I mean. At this rate, he's gonna throw his boot at someone. If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practice, where evidence and reasoning should be paramount. Emotion rules the day. Emotion. The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Good lord. So who is it? Oh man, you just lost my best god. You just lost me losing it. Damn, Raphael, you literally just lost me losing my streamers. I laughed so hard. My man Van Zeeks just goes and I yeet leg off the fucking thing. Just yeet. Leg on the fucking thing. I lost it. I officially lost it. Oh. My god. So who is it? We don't know yet. Bitch, please, I am fabulous. Yeah, exactly. Good lord. Ah. The evidence has been tampered with. Yeah, hey Black Reaper, how you doing, man? Yes, I was dying. I was actually dying laughing there. I was a mess. I was an official mess there. For a good minute. The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGildat's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? What? Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. I'm trying to learn to play Melty Blood. How are you? Oh, I'm good, Black Reaper. Good to know you're... Good luck with Melty Blood. That one I cannot help you. I've never played a Melty... Oh wait, Type Lumina? Unless it's Type Lumina, I've played a bit. It's a fighting game. Good luck. Welcome to the community. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I think when I played it a bit, I did main like Arquid, the other Arquid, the evil one, the evil Arquid. I don't remember her name now on the top of my head. I was playing her. I mean, Koma has got intended. Oh god, you monster. You grab monster. Red Arquid, exactly, that one. Thank you. Wark. Okay, I was playing Wark. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend. Me. When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be? Oh, to be sure, this young gem will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry? Go ahead. Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. Oh, this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks. Well, Counsel, what do you have to say? Do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under seat in the omnibus? I'm sorry, I am not lying in a freaking Ace Attorney game. Yep, it was not empty. I refuse to say... I remember it. It was not empty. I expected that shit like crazy. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it. Yes. You're trying to play a Saber. Isn't she like a Rush character or something? I don't know how to explain her. Again, I'm no pro at fighting games, so I can't really help either. Raffaello might have a better idea. Are you sure, Counsel? Be whist. What are you saying now, you daft daw? I thought you were on my side here. Even Benzik's like, What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. Interesting. Interesting.
'Tis not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. My friend of mine, Saber. Play V Saber really versus player really depends on connection. Now with Netco it's a lot better, still not perfect. Experience makes the master. It is. In this case, Raphael is true. In this case, it's just a lot of trial and error, experience, and playing a lot. That's fighting games in a nutshell, man. We all learned the hard way. We all learned the hard way. No, like you can always have the good old combo practices and stuff like that, but in the end, experience triumphs. Yep. Exactly. Everyone does. Fighting games. Woohoo. Well, I haven't played in quite a while. Yeah.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad.
Zepia Ultra Moveron.
Now then. A fella's memory is a curious thing and not altogether reliable. Now, the card must consider the facts. The third cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is.
Do separate a bag of ice because that will hurt. He's gonna need the ice for the amount of for how sore he's gonna be by the end. From taking beatings. Did you just question mark yourself, Raphael? Actually, you've been doing the... I've been wondering, because I'm pretty sure you've been mentioning yourself, which is like... Yeah, you've been mentioning yourself, which is like something weird's going on there. Quite a few times now. Like replying to your own message. Ah, okay, it's the Fred. Goddamn, Twitch! Make it a bit more goddamn understandable for me as well. It's a little hard. You think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to intervene, then you might have been mistaken. Why do I feel like something's not right here? I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. Oh. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Apple isn't that irresponsible. That money-lending fleecer and the big purse are lying. Oh, there we go. Going back down we go. Ah. I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them. Huh. What? Oh no. It's a trick. Of course it's a trick. Quite so. I must concur here. Well, back to balanced.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Every time.
Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. Well, we're back to square one. Literally. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Goddamn. Well, good job on him. But being fair, he just put the fact out. He technically hasn't... He's not done anything wrong. Up to the horses and just like always. So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run. Oh boy.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spinning a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, ain't it? That's a rum idea, ain't it?
I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Also, may I remind you that the scroll is a petty fee. Kindly refrain from entertaining your tenants.
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. For paying passengers 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And one little scapegrace riding for free. The rank cock of a driver always go... Oh,
Okay.
The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run. See? So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no?
Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there. Sure. I always check all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to a report from the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Jesus, the words in this goddamn game.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night.
Hold it!
A waste of time. Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the God permit at least some of the time.
I beg your pardon, did you say God permits? Did you say God permit?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what me kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the ride ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away.
That's it. Only that night. This cove was set on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole day, did he? Did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
I'm balancing her voice a bit because it doesn't feel completely right. She's not Irish, she's obviously British. You mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the sheet the entire time while events unfolded in the closed cabin?
Yeah. Right, mister. To be sure, to be sure. I was shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you?
So this Miss Lestrade can possibly be the culprit then.
I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitching there. It's pitching there.
Oh shit, one too many. Yeah, just call Iberian. You'll voice her. I don't know how to do Italian.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jot. Not a jot. Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me hand and look out at the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle.
I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark spaces. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Obson's choice.
Wonder why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pocket in the open then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. Yep.
So anyways, I was a bit scared, and I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. Then after a while, I heard this loud bang. I heard this loud bang, nearly jumped up my skin, I did, and the scream just came out.
Hold it!
Just came out.
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream involuntarily.
That's right. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes? Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab this victim, could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butchers while I had... I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up, the bloke would had fallen on the floor in the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilda's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never risk it. Never risk looking.
Woman speak German, I cannot understand. Yeah, she has a very weird, like... I think it's because it's supposed to be like street lingo. Like, she's an urchin, so street lingo, so it's very... you can see.
It's because of that, the swell found me. He did help me get away, mind.
Hold it!
And when Mr. McGilda discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Ah, how awful. Both me ends got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog.
Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilda for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name, and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, it's your first on the roof deck. One would presume.
Well, I didn't want one seeing my face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." All six members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, yes.
Clear that they are still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony. Sure, we could clinch the verdict we want.
Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. So I have to present evidence. Okay, now I have to think a little bit more. For me troubles last night. I need to check some evidence. I want to check this again to see if there's any I don't think anything's different. No.
The best part is the ship, isn't it?
We haven't touched the knife yet, I think.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, sorry, yes, I just don't really like blades.
Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung on his waist, from his waist.
That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Well, it's definitely bloody, isn't it? That looks like a lot of blood. A lot like blood.
It surely is blood, the victim's.
An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood.
You think it wouldn't?
Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust.
Yes, I do understand.
Is there anything else? Like the pummel? No. Okay. Like, there's gotta be something I'm missing. Gotta do. I think it's got to do with the omnibus. I think it might be the pool of blood at the bottom, right? Yeah, it's still the same. I think it might be the pool of blood at the bottom.
Hold it!
I need to hear this again. Hmm. I'm curious. This is a weird one.
Hold it!
Oh.
No.
Oh, that did not happen last time. Wait, go back. No. What's going on here? That did not happen last time. Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council? I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrange's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Well, I saw what? Case 2, case 3. Still in case 3. But hey, Solid, how you doing, man? Still going. Still destroying my vocal cords. Nothing new. We're good.
Oh, no, it was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was.
Nothing. Yep. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. My man was laughing. I'm still scared of the dark now.
And I don't know about yourself. I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. I suppose it does. I suppose it does. Maybe.
Miss Lestrade, did you hear something that might deny? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps?
Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snorting. Bejeebas! There's no need to tell the world of me foibles, you little scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue.
Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? Actually, didn't she just say that he was snoring? My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. No. Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. Wait, I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of the Eastern Mind Council, nevertheless. Actually, when you hear the stabbing... Shino Lestrade, supplement your formal testimony with repeating the last statement, please.
What?
Oh god.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move.
I was training me ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring.
Still not... Okay, so all she could hear was snoring. Gina had annoying English, yes. It's very annoying. It's very hard to read as well, like, trying to say it in that way. I guess this, but... Wait.
Hold it!
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you heard it yourself. Who are we defending, by the way? I mean, we're trying to defend this guy, right? But this is weird. This case has got a very weird turn now. The defendant is this man, so...
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what.
Why would he kill a random brick slayer for? Yeah, that's the thing. Who has a fucking motive for this is the question.
But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got my head down and so he didn't notice me.
You Miss McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see?
McGill had a really cool animation. Yep. Didn't you just say she was noticed?
Yeah. But would he? Not likely. Even when we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open.
Oh, wait!
So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market. Snorting like an old dog he was.
I can speak from finger area, it's really obvious, yeah. Let's reread it. I need to reread it. Me saying this and reading, I need to reread this just in case. Should cut it off. So I got my ad. Never heard the door open. Wait, that's impossible. Because McGilded entered first, right? And she said she never heard the door open. So wait, how the fuck did the victim get in? My room too dark? Oh, thank you. That's interesting. Hey, issue resolved. Yeah, so there is a problem here. Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
Huh?
At odds? Are you sure, man? Absolutely. I mean, how the fuck did the victim get in? It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zix realized it too. Now he's being nice. I mean, we're technically helping him, so fair enough. Counsel, must insist that you bolster your claim of evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. Yes, basically. Maybe. Who knows? I expect you to demonstrate the select contradiction to the court. He really is. He's been very upfront up with the facts, realistically. According to Miss Lestrade, whilst she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilded's snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. There's something else she should have heard. There is something else she should have heard. She should have heard the person. Very well, my lords. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Mr. Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. Sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. Obviously, the victim. The door must have opened. Fresh fired mission. Yes, my lord. Sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear. is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Also, being a point. Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus, is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? Didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilden.
That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
So, you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Song of objection, oh yeah.
Didn't I just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah. I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. For sure.
And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't I? Weren't it? Waiting for the swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Oh. We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did, or did not hear, is at odds with the facts. Oh my god. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Vengeance. Yes, he knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccable. This witness and her colorful statements are utterly unreliable, entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. Yeah, right? How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus? That makes no sense whatsoever. This girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. Oh. Oh no, here we go again. Oh boy, she didn't even say anything, she's just like, guilty. She didn't even say anything.
I didn't want the judge to hear the dear little mite. So just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
And neither can I. Mr. Foreman, I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. Bonk. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh lord. Ah!
Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
Oh lord, here we go again. Well, your consider for orders is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Okay, fair enough, okay. You asshole. Goddamn asshole. Yes, very refreshing. Ah.
What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Easter Namadan? This is carnage. It's perfect.
Juror number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going...
I know. If we can find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilden's innocence, the judge will rule and will have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But those of us in service know we must accept our truths.
Oh no.
Hold it!
My turn. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in their story. However, we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth. It may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying?
Counsel? I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean? Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my education. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage. If this petty-faced words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
Boy.
Through there's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside a garage. He was in there already. There's another entrance. He was put in there after he died. Okay, further stupid, because supposedly he died in there, obviously. He was in there already, obviously is impossible, because how? So, he entered through the bit above? I guess? If the door wasn't open even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the closed cabin some other way.
Objection!
I wondered what new fantasy we would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other only has only window. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection!
But there could be. There's only one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes, one other way inside that there isn't the door. That thing above. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Even the defendant is surprised, which is, oh boy. Alright, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here in the is the omnibus which the answer occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim enter the cabin? There? Right there. The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight. I say, the skylight? I mean, technically, I think I saw a little pin you can open. Your ludicrous proposal almost had me at a loss for words. However, not skyline, skylight.
Objection!
The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? Both Mr. McGilden and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his sheet, having been assaulted with the dagger. Yes, it has, but... Would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses described? The noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Good gracious. Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cab. That's simply impossible. Headache argument, I know, right? How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimonies. Well, yes, that's true, but... Oh? Mind a humble fella, make a wee comment here. Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing about the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. It's a case of them being unable to say. What? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Oh my goodness. Surely not. Those two chaps on the roof. You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the men were? Ah! Oh! Oh, they're back. Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you bliver? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? I don't think he hasn't done this yet. Huh? Huh? Okay. You rotter, he said. You rotter. What are you insinuating? What are you insinuating? This is a flaming outrage. Timmy, I have a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said. And so will I. And so will I. And so will I. Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker. And me, a very angry actor. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right. I protest too. But you rotten scoundrel. This is getting more complicated by the fucking second. I mean, but it's like we have two different accountings of what happened. The coachman is useless. Two people say that he got stabbed inside. Two people say that there was a loud noise that someone fell from the skylight, even though technically those were very far-fetched, and until this point, a lot of far-fetches are starting to happen ever since the smoke grenade, and a lot of them have been in favor of Mr. McGilded, or kind of helping him get away with it. This case is bollocks. Yeah, exactly. He's really cute. Fairplay's cool. I actually like him. I don't actually dislike him. He's a banker. Pretty cool. He is a banker. Order, order, order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to your aunt's room at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. Ah, it's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know? The popularity in instance. Yeah, exactly. My lord, if I may comment. Go ahead, Lord Vengeance. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without. Accuse? I never intended to. When it's alright to pull a trigger and blow his brains out. Yep. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is waiting. You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck to the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify. I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
Ah, I don't even have to say shit there.
What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo?
Spectators in the public gallery they're in complete frenzy. Jesus, even the gallery is like, goddamn. It's a fair play and mission first. My lord. You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
That's small, though. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keeping pushing forward. I don't know if that's an actual proper English like phrasing, but oh well, fair enough. We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear up to that.
If anything had happened when we were sitting, don't you think one of or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us knows the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
You're so sure the victim fell through the skylight. Where's your proof? So again, that is a good question. We don't exactly have proof of it. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed a malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith. That's right. You see,
We're innocent, I tell you. Well, logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another.
what?
Eh?
According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Something doesn't feel right here. Trial is going in our favor, really. But why do I feel so uneasy? Because a lot of it is bullshit. Counsel for the bench, over to you. Your cross-examination. Oh, yes, my lord. My god, this is... Both saw the same bloodstained hands and both are coppers. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it is a possibility, but like... I can't... But do I even have evidence for this? We're the only two people on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear on that.
Hold it!
So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck. Absolutely not, Dickon. Just a second, chat. I will try to see if I can find the comment. Is this? No, this is not it. Ah, that's the one. Got it. Bread. I'm a little hungry. Like 5:20. Much better. No question about it, he said. None at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here. Is this true, Mr. McGilly? Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself. I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie about that you were engaged in. Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all? Ah. There's not bad evidence in the court these days, so it is. You do well to remember that. Ooh. Ah, I saw you with my own eyes. This is going so well. Hey, what happened when we were sitting? Don't you think one of I've noticed?
Hold it!
Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus, at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly. Is this some kind of a lark? It's some kind of a joke, he said. Is that what this is? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly. Are you Fair Dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. If you did manage it, your eyelids were free shut and you'd never open them again. That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you. And we had to put up with it because this man unlocked the door. Hey, True Gem would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and didn't hear you at all. And I didn't hear you at all. Oh. Sorry. That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising. Seeing things? Seeing things? Jesus Christ. I believe we've reached an impasse here on this particular point. Don't forget, Gina was already in there. Okay, Gina was already in there. Or do you mean the two on the roof? I mean, they have an entrance through the back. Like, they can just climb some stairs in. Up there. The only one we're questioning is how the victim got in there. Gina was already in there. Before even him. Oh. You mean... Oh, this man? Fair play. Oh, fair play. Or this guy. I mean, they went to the top. The both of them were on the top. They just climbed the stairs, I'm pretty sure. Like, if I go to the omnibus. Right. They just climbed the stairs up there, I'm pretty sure. The dead one is the one we're not. No. The only one we don't know how he got in is the victim, supposedly. You. Don't take personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really. The first thing about the victim, we had no reason to kill the man. So, we had never met Mr. Fire Mason before. Hold them. No, not once. Never. He never met the man before, he said. Never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either. That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest scope. No. The gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Oh. Oh boy, here we go again. Mr. McGilden? Yes, Counsel. What can I be doing for you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder. What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has. I'm not very much mistaken. I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas for me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion. Well, now, isn't that a touch of begrudgery, is it? That sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another. Ah. And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want me... with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat's lying about on your head. Not one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. You understand, I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. Hehe, the perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They feel like they like a distinctive touch. They like distinctive touch. Customers. Just as Fry's fired Mason. Ah. There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence for, my lord. Oh, this you mean. God, I am going way too ham with those. With the more... I'm going way... Oh, maybe a little bit too Irish, even. Already. I'm trying to differentiate those two voices, but it's getting a little hard. Even for me. Well, for me special. I can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctively familiar, wouldn't you say? He looks like Gina, by the way. He does maybe have a little semblance, especially with the hair color and everything. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying, man. It's like, there's too many voices at this point.
Oh. Oh. That.
Oh. Yeah, it's too feminine.
You know, that's one of my hats. One of my hats. Aye, that it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I wager you could have had a quick quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh no, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
There we go. I think I got it.
Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see.
To speak,
I rest my case.
You little weasel. Ah! He's better at this than I am.
Gosh, Mr. McGill has certainly been borrowing his research, hasn't he?
Well, not so much research as...
Please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings.
Achievement unlocked at Hunter. What? I got an achievement for this.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
The victim and Gina even dress alike. Olive green shirt above a white vest. You can. That is actually true. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. See? It's shut fast now. Just like it was on the night. Yeah, that is... I mean... Yeah, that is true. But again... Someone would have noticed someone opened the skylight. That is true, especially the people inside. But one of them was technically dead. The other one was inside a goddamn... Supposedly inside the thing. The only one that would have heard was McGilded. And we already know how trustworthy that one is, doesn't we?
So it is, of course. A fella the size of Mr. Mason could likely be right through it, still and all.
What?
Just looking inside the thing, you understand.
Ah, now you hold on there for a minute, sir. Side of the thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it, as it happens.
What? This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just meant to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But just my luck, couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as rouge, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside the cabin of Shane. Gina?
Excuse me.
The fuck? What? You have something to say now. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade! Oh boy, here we go again.
It opens. It opens.
Hmm?
The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right?
Oh, not again. No, 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 not again. No, 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 keep the gun away. All them skylights open. Dead easy. More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie. That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke Win, You can do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out of my ears. Mr. Lestrade, that is not the form to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise on me. All for him around me, so I couldn't up off the buzz and leg it. So what I did was, I used the skylight. Open the hat, open the catch, and jump right through. Writes it down for later. Yeah, exactly. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck? Right left. Climb onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims. We're about to find out. Well, it did open. Oh, there we go. Ah. Oh my hat. Oh my hat. See? See? Order! 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 So, it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens and from the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the bench, please continue your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Well, let's go there. Wanna go investigate? So the sky was passed and shipped from another. But now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Oh, I see something there. This all makes the first viable as suspects. Yeah, exactly. Oh! I don't think it's just that anymore. Wait. The question is, was it there before? I mean, I don't remember it. Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Why someone like me? What is it? Look, just here. Look at this. There's that, without question, it's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? I mean, I guess that's definitely new information. The question is, was it there before? I mean, you couldn't. We didn't even know it would be. We couldn't even know if it was able to be open. So this is one of those question marks. But it's like, but it's weird, you know? But it has to be, like, remember, the blood on the floor was not there before. This blood was not here before. That in there was filled to the brim with stuff. And there is a chance that this blood here was basically fabricated as well. Yeah, exactly. Nobody knew, but don't forget, Scotland Yard inspected the shit. The whole thing. And Van Zieks never at any point told us about this little detail as well. Nor I imagine Van Zieks even knows that that's there. Not only Van Zieks and, you know, Scotland Yard at this point is probably like, well, if you're sure that victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Well, here's your proof.
Objection.
Well, now it's Detective Dark. Wahaha. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. We still have to present it, probably, but still. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts and the irrefutable proof. And the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Assuming Scotland knows, then it has to be fabricated as well, which means we are at 0. All viable targets are back to everyone. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, so this is irrefutable proof here in this courtroom. Counsel, my lord, I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight. Yep, looking up. The skylight, right there. Beep. Yes. Okay. Might have to kick some. Oh my god, let me goddamn present this. I already read this whole fucking thing. Oh, here we go again. Present. Got it. By Jupiter, is that blood? This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! No! Order! 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 But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. Not possibly be guilty of the act itself, but it may be the cause of it. Exactly. It only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. Not possibly be guilty of the act itself, but it may be the cause of it, yeah. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But there's no way you can know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor and the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? It's all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height right there, so it is. What? What? No! But it can be. Lie! My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence now, can we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. Oh, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? Still typing. I won't tolerate any of the kill scars as being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate. Stabbing time. Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that life apart couldn't have done such a thing. On three. Everyone. 1, 2, 3. 3.
Objection!
Oh boy. What is he like? No. A chilling performance, Mr. McGill. Uh-oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Ziggs? That is still fake, yep. A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed. Oh boy. What are you talking about? It's there for all to see and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety. No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began. But... give me a second, chat, I'll keep going. I'm just gonna go grab something to drink real quick. Be right back. Ah, back. There we go. Problem solved. Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zix, that the stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session. What? Yep. I mean, it's very obvious when that happened, people. What a palaver. What a palaver. I must say, I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Ziggs. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a felon known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll find it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded. I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. Oh? You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? Again, not good with English, good to know. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, However ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Turn that Benzeeks. This will not do, to be sure. Well, and now, counsel.
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on Skylight didn't exist, you say? But we've all cast your minds back. Is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel?
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
There is one time it's possible, as you wish.
Someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial. If you ask me, I think it could have been possible. It happened, for fuck's sake. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh.
Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel. I mean... Smoke and mirrors. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. She. Everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. We might have more perjury things over here on the again. Or, in this case, tampering with evidence. What is going on? Oh yeah, what happened before? We already read this. Moving on. Even I'm gonna give my throat a fucking break once in a while. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible. Still inside the omnibus. There's obviously no... Are you wise? Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless gouger? You're supposed to be defending me. This is a wicked plot. This is a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies, such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. Yep, that was filled. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Second, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial. Unfortunately, Lord Benjix, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish any certainty if this damage is a result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such thing.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Sorry?
What do you think? About the omnibus? Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
There is one more thing. You forgot the pool of blood on the ground, my lord. Yes, counsel. There is one further inconsistency. Mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. Like, it would have been extremely obvious if it was there. What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching in the back. Silence, McGill. The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's truth and what's deception. Very obvious what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? Believe what you remember. So I have to relax you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly was the last magic claim appear at some point during the trial? I mean, the very obvious mark on the fucking ground. If you consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, the blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there is at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Oh boy. I feel someone's not gonna be very happy about what they just heard about from us, are they? Ah! This trial is over. Oh boy. Mr. McGilded, I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but this is all over now. But you're the defendant. It's over, I tell you. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. This is all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is, the bloodstain is there, now. Well, and over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, the good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I'd thought better of Lord Benzies. Well, my lord. I must concur with the defendant. The uniform recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for the trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Jakes, What is your position? Oh boy. The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm the defense first. What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded would be found not guilty.
Yes.
Which would mean we won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement. Yes, my lord. The defense believes... I'm sorry, but there's so much saying that he could be guilty. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my kind, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me! Yep, not done yet. Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accuser's innocence in question. Are you of sound mind?
Ah, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah. Your job here is done. And some firework you done. So you have.
What do you mean?
It's just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it afar. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
There you go. I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rose should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
Has become the grayish goblin, yeah, basically. He is a goblin.
The stinking Rachel always getting off something new. Mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man would give us the lovely park.
God damn it.
Now that the procedure I informed this way, I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omelet was genuine or not. You don't even have these witnesses are telling the truth about a pack of lies. 1 second. What a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Geeks,
My lord.
the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, prosecution is not fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apology, my lord.
Objection!
But wait! Well, when we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shirk responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair. Yep, I actually feel bad for Van Zieks there.
Culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by the court. Consequently, jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What?
Oh boy, this is getting very fast.
Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I could never ask for a better defense.
You mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue the matter first, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGill.
Good eve. You have more to say to me, have you?
Just one. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
Rain the confetti! Yay! Wait, fireworks? Holy shit, what the fuck? Why are there fireworks in the fucking courtroom? You shouldn't do that inside a courtroom. Well, you shouldn't do either of them inside a courtroom, but yeah, I'm not even gonna try. With a courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. My first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. So, can I just say I'm pretty sure that McGilded was obviously the killer. That was amazing. And that was really fun. This is the first time I think I've seen who the very obvious killer at this point in time, like after everything we've gone through, the very obvious killer get away with it. Literally, just now, he got away with murder. The actual defendant, who was actually guilty, got away with it. Oh boy. That's an inning and a half. Goddamn.
That certainly was a long trial.
Yes, it was.
First ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance.
Though,
My heartfelt congratulations.
and to you, Miss Sato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. Like, how did I leave it? The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? I don't even know that.
Sole aim of the defense to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did.
Yep, it's that. Yep, it is. Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl is with him too.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks that you'll be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely, though that still shouldn't happen in a courtroom.
I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I got a nephew to thank, I suppose, for unearning opportunities to see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What enough are you saying, fella? How did I walk out that they're a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice.
But you're young and headstrong.
Tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
But nothing's resolved.
There is only one thing that matters to me.
Oh?
Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. It's gonna end, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now, the fun fellas of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes they pay.
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas is for your troubles, fella.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much.
I'll be whist. You're a humble people, idea. You're from the east. Well, if you insist. But have this, still in all, you deserve everything.
Mr. Magnus McGillis! Mr. Magnus McGillis! Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom? Again?
What's this, officer? This sooner than I was led to believe.
Oh, it's not inconvenience. There are some changes to schedule.
Well, well, I must be making tracks now.
I need to drink something, so...
It's time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. You're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. It's a gentleman's duty, so it is.
Second?
So then, fare thee well. It was an absolute pleasure meeting yous.
Not... well, voicing it was actually been fun.
I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain.
It's actually been fun voicing him, actually. I'm having a lot of fun just doing this voice. And there he goes, a free man. Oh. I forgot she was here, too. Uh-oh. Oh no, not again. No.
Don't move.
Whereas I want to say get a move on, she really does take forever to load that thing. Mr. Schrod, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up.
Sorry.
And I ate all grown-ups.
Ah, there you are. Who the fuck is... Who the... What the fuck? How the living fuck am I avoiding the voices?
Nah. Naughty, naughty, running off like that. Running off like that.
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
I'm thinking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Choose voice wisely. I'm going with this.
Uh-oh. Oh, you wanna play? You won't beat me.
You should use manly voice for this girl. Why? Obviously a girl, right? Right? Please tell me this is a girl. Please don't screw me here. Okay, nothing here. Excuse me, but who are you? Why did they all have a gun? She has a bazooka.
Okay. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor. I suppose of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color. I thought to myself.
Do you have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I just took my eyes off of it for a moment, whilst I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
Tell him what's he what? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What? What for? What for? To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician. What? You mean... say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. I don't listen to no adults. Come on then, follow me.
I am doomed.
Fine, have it your way. Have it your way. Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. That's a fucking bazooka.
We'll be leaving now then. We'll be leaving now then.
No.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all of us. I'm so sorry for all of us.
I am dying here. She was a lively one.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too?
Yes, you're right. But where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling kids are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry, Vo. I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of Miss McGilded Park.
Yeah, I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
Aw. I'm not so sure about that. I think in midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded now. At 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. And so, trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. Alright, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. Wonder what happened. Where's the end button? Oh.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water!
What the
Water!
fuck?
What the? How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Oh, we started investigating.
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
This can't be.
Yeah. Well, someone died, I guess, inside of the omnibus. Well, shit. Well, that was interesting. My God, that was awesome. Well, that was... Investigate now. That was interesting, though. Holy shit. Well then. That case was fucking amazing. 1 second. Taking this test to first take a break on my throat and second, chill. Like, that case was fucking amazing. I think until now, like, it's probably my favorite cases. Weirdly enough, it's only... Okay, I'm not gonna need this one. The second case, I'm gonna take a little bit of a... This is a weird, different type of case. It was fun, but it's not the usual, you know, case of Ace Attorneys. The first case was good. I liked it. Second case was also good, fun, but it was different. This case was fucking amazing. What the fuck? The defendant was obviously evil, and he actually got away with it. Holy shit. This is the first, I think this is the first time that the defendant is evil and gets away with it. Okay. Okay. The defendant is guilty of murder and gets away with it. Well, except Bendix may have just committed a crime in the tally. Did he? Oh, do you mean to say that? Oh, wait, there is a chance that inside of there could have been. Oh. Oh, shit. That is true. It could have actually been him in there. He did go to inspect the omnibus as well. Shit. Damn. We will find out next episode. Yes, we will. We will find out next episode tomorrow. Because I actually want to start this fresh, the new episode fresh, and I don't want to start in the middle of the next episode. So, just to make sure, we will start it tomorrow. For reals. I'm streaming tomorrow, 2.5, usual day. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. 900 stream full. Oh god, kill me. Tomorrow we will do the 4th case and keep going with this game because I'm enjoying this way too fucking much. Though I have a feeling McGilded voice might be gone now permanently, which is not too bad for this, but at the same time, it was one of the more fun voices I was doing. Either way, chat, I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Bye-bye!